Welcome to Don't Panic podcast. My name is Hennessy.
I'm Tyree.
I'm Thomas. How about the expectation you have of them, of how you want them to respond emotionally?
Oh my gosh! So that goes into was telling her I want to have this conversation about how like us as women, we want men to read our minds, and I feel like that.
I feel the same. I feel like I'm always trying to read a woman's mind.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't.
So I feel like as women, I know that I have had a bad habit that like in my mind, like if we just went somewhere in my mind, I'm like, he should have opened the door for me. But like,
so I'm not crazy.
Those expectations.
Right.
Expectations.
So like, but I'm not like verbally saying it. Like I expect my man to open the door for me when I get out of the car, right? But like in my mind, I feel like you should know that you should be doing it, and then you don't do it, and then you do it after I say it, and I'm like, well, now I don't want it because you didn't.
Right, I had to tell you.
And then you get mad, and I'm like, why are you mad? And you're like, you should know.
You should know, right?
Girls are so complicated.
Oh my gosh.
That's interesting though.
Horrible. But I feel like that's I don't know. I'm trying to do a better job of like vocalizing what I want, and it's not easy because again, like, not that I want them to be mind readers, but like in my mind, I feel like if we're perfect for each other, like you should know what I want, and you should be able to just do it.
Where did that Where did that story come from?
What do you mean?
Because that's a story you're telling yourself. You know, like, oh, he should already know this. You know what I mean? Like, we tell ourselves stories.
Honestly, probably like movies of like
all right.
Perfect.
That's why I told you I don't watch love stories. Fuck that. They're not real. They piss me off.
She watches gangster movies, you know.
I told her the other day. I'm like, I seriously don't like love movies. Like I don't love.
She said she needed a nigga to pop out.
I remember that. She wants someone ready to fight. Ready to kill.
It's not that I like go out to look for fights and shit like that, but if a man disrespect me in the club, I'm expecting my man to be like, I can defend myself, but if this man getting out of control, like, babe, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. Like you got
right,
your gun.
so
just like if a girl was disrespecting my man, like, hello, like.
It depends.
I think that's principle.
Yeah.
I think that's principle.
I think it depends on like,
what you saw as disrespectful.
Yeah, what type of person the dude is. Like, for me, example, I'll definitely be ready to throw down if that's the case. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, on one side, I'm like, I'm not one to like get into conflict, but if you're really like disrespecting my woman like that and you blatantly doing it, then I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I've had men where they're just like, and I'm like, fuck it. Like, I guess I have to do this myself. Like, and with men, I've like argued like,
so, but like, what has happened?
Like, I've been in a club and a guy has slapped me in the ass, and I'm just like,
oh hell no.
Right, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not. And whistles
your man didn't say nothing?
No.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, that's that's the line.
Like.
Yeah, that's what.
Right. Yeah, that's
like
nuts. Before he says something, I'm just like, don't. I hate being touched.
What he ended up doing was taking me out of the bar because I was going crazy.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
would
fucking touch me.
I do not like when people cross my personal. Again, which is so different because like in my intimate, like I love touching my kids. I love when they come and hug me. Like I like touching my man. Like when he touches me. But like outside of that very intimate circle, don't fucking touch me. Like don't even get close to me. Don't like. I'm like even with my own family. I'm like, like there's been times where like at work, like doctors have come to like give me like a goodbye hug, and my coworkers would be like, "Bro, you're so awkward. He definitely was gonna hug you, and you put your hand out." I was like, "Did I?" That's so weird. So like in a club when guys have done that, like it's been like a whole like shit show. Because
it happens a lot. And I'm just like,
wait, one thing I have a hard time understanding is like a man could even do that to a woman he's never spoke to or even knows. Like that's wild.
A lot of believe it or not, a lot of men think they can do whatever they want.
Right. A lot of men get cocky with their shit, and I'm just like.
But I feel like that's how like society raised them. Like we were having this conversation. We were having this conversation about like, oh, this old school parenting. I don't know if it's like a Spanish culture thing, but it's just like the boys don't have to do anything. Your chore is taking out the trash. Like you don't need to learn to clean. You don't need to cook. And they're the ones who maintain the house when it comes to bills. Like So I feel like that comes with its own entitlement. And you're the man. You can do whatever the fuck you want, whatever you want. So I feel like we're raising that. So like I just feel like.
Oh, not me. My son knows like you doing everything in the house. Like you washing your own laundry, you doing your own dishes. I ain't doing that for you. I'm not your slave, and your wife isn't your slave either. So
So
I think for women, I mean not women, for men like that, they need a woman to check them. Because it's like men.
I feel like they're afraid of women like that though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like I'm hearing you.
But check this out. The men who don't treat women like that were raised, I feel like, from mothers who were able to put them in check. Because like our mom put us in check all the time, and that's probably one of the big reasons why
That's different.
we don't treat women how most men do.
A lot of men do, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I've met two, like you guys. I've met maybe two other men in my entire life that have been like the vibes that you guys give off. Because I don't know you guys like to that extent, but like
y'all the only two.
Yeah, like to like that point that it's just like.
And you know what really sucks about that? And I'm gonna be 100%, about 1,000%. It sucks because we'll hear women tell us that all through our lives. Like, wow, you're so different. Like, wow, like you're really respectful. Like, wow, I love it. And then, and then,
I was like, boy.
And then, because they're not used to that, or it feels uncomfortable, or it's an area where I met a lot of women who felt that type of love, and then they ran away from it because they were like, this is untouched territory. This feels different. Yeah. I don't feel right. Like, I'm out. And then they'll go and seek the attention they're used to, which is being disrespected, called all types of names and, things like that. Like, I'm going to be straight up. Like, I'm in a way, I'm like annoyed when I hear people compliment on that because I've heard it so much, but they can't appreciate it. Yeah. So when we're talking about having toxic relationships and attracting toxicity, it's just like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, damn. That's annoying. No, but thank you.
So, I'm kind of interested because I've never actually been with a guy like that. And again, I think I have like a bad habit of picking out like guys that
you
need to be.
You like gangsters.
I do, but like in my mind, they're like rehabilitated, so they're good, which is like not true. Right. But like, I have a bad habit of picking out guys that I feel like need my help. So like, I want to be a mom to you too. Like, I'm raising my kids. Like, I can help you get there. Like, we can get there together. So like, but I've never been with a guy that's like, I'm not gonna say already there because I don't think anybody's ever like completely there. Right. Like, there's always like stuff to learn. But like a guy that has like those right like values and morals and like doesn't cheat on women and like, so like, boy please. So like, what does that look like on the other end? Like, what have women done? I feel like I would value a relationship like that. Mm-hmm. Would you?
So
I've never met a man like that's willing to like. I've always.
But would we self-destruct that?
I don't think I would. I mean, in my relationships, it was always like, it was never a conversation. It was always an argument. It was like, why do we have to argue? Like, just talk about it. Like, just speak. Why are you yelling? Like, shut up. Like, and I hated that. Like, you yelling is gonna get me amped up. Yeah. Don't do that because then we're both gonna be amped up, and I can't do that. I'm trying to sit down and talk with you, and you're over here going all and like you're not gonna sit here and disrespect me because I'm gonna disrespect you back.
Talk. Yeah.
I respect it.
So, what does that look like for you guys? Like, if you guys are like upstanding men, they're not the typical like doing this like fuckboy shit. Like, what are the women doing to like ruin the relationship? Are you guys getting cheated on? Like,
I'll let Terry go first.
Yeah, I've been cheated on once. So that's what it looked like there. Other times, like, I've just been cut off, like ghosted, and then they would like try to come back, and I'm like, I'm not.
Because you were too nice, and so you weren't excited.
Yeah, so it's like, they liked what they saw, and then like how Thomas was saying, they go back to what they're used to, and then when they're tired of that, they come back to what made them feel good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When I go, no, because I do ghost guys, but when I ghost them, it's usually because they're too fuckboy. Like, you like, again, you're too I don't like cocky men. Like, I don't like that. Like, you can't, like you said in the last one, you can't give me what I can't give myself already. Like, you really can't. Like, so
I agree.
Don't get cocky. Like,
right. Yeah, no.
You're not the only fish in the sea. Like,
I don't entertain guys that are cocky. Like, we don't even have a conversation. It doesn't
the
get
thing is, they're not cocky in the beginning, and then we're in a relationship, and they're like,
oh yeah, well, they're not at that point.
I'm like, shut up.
I'll ghost you. For me, it's like, if you can't spark my interest with conversation, like, so if that conversation is not like exciting and funny, like, if you're just like, I'm sorry guys, if you're just like nice from the beginning, not that I expect you to disrespect me, but like, if it's like just too low key, like, I'm like a low key spaz, So like I need somebody to like meet my energy. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that you have to be rude or disrespectful. But like the only guys that like I'll like completely ignore or ghost is like guys that like I feel like they just can't keep up with me. Like and like I'm so sarcastic and like I'm like making a joke about everything. So I feel like if we can't like vibe and be like goofballs, that like it's like we're not.
Me, I'm like different. I like to be treated like a princess, and no, like if you come up to me and you start, you know, being nice to me and everything, like I'm gonna feel special, like whatever. And then usually it ends up being like you end up being an asshole. You just wanted something from me in the beginning, and it's like, but like I like the nice approach. Like to me, like I'm a nice approach too. Like I'll approach you nicely. I'm not saying like I'm not like other girls, but I'm not like, you know what I mean, like.
So what does the nice guy approach look like?
I mean, so you know, when I'm trying to shoot my shot at a girl,
you know, you see me.
He's like, Richard.
you know what I mean? Like I'm nice, but like you said, I don't try to be like too nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I played that role before, and I've seen it like draw girls away. Yeah. So like, I'll be nice in a way where I'm like I'm goofing around. I'm like, I'm trying to get to know you, and I'll have like an intellectual conversation with you. And you know, I'll throw a little, you know, you're beautiful here and there.
You know.
That's always nice to hear.
You beautiful. You beautiful.
Beautiful.
you know what I mean? But I've been in a position where I've done too much and I've seen it push a girl away, and I've done too little and it lost a girl's interest. You know, so it's like it's experimenting, and all women are different. You know what I mean? So their approach will be different.
Yeah.
You know, some women will really like that, where it's like you come onto them strong, and then other women like, you know, back off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To me too, like some men came up to me more like they were more like touchy, like all over me, and I don't like that. I like being all not in public. Like to me, I'm not like a prude? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I'm not like that, but I don't mind kissing my man in public and shit like that. But like all day, like I can't do that. You're suffocating me. Like back up. Like.
So here's the thing. For me personally, I've been called too nice too many times, and it's annoying because I don't understand what too nice is. You know what I mean? If I'm being nice to you, if I'm treating you respectfully, you know what I mean, calling you beautiful and shit, you know what I mean, like, and then you know they turn a different direction because it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it's just something they're not used to, and I'm just like, damn, I'm just let down every single time because I'm here's what's annoying. I'm doing what women talk about. You know what I mean? Like, oh, a nice man, take me out, treat me like this, treat me like that. And like, I genuinely do that. Like, that's just the kind of person I am. I'm very loving. I was raised by a woman, so I think that that had to do a lot with it.
For sure.
Just being very loving, very attentive. But someone just, you know, they'll talk about it, and then when they experience it, they're like, nah, man, he's either weak, he's too vulnerable, or he's too nice, and it's just, man, get out of here.
Just be like, girl,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
something you're not used to.
Exactly.
That's a whole different vibe over here.
I'm different. You know
I'm different.
I don't know. I feel like comedy for a lot of girls would work. Like I feel like that drives.
Right.
I've seen like some stupid, like cheesy ass pickup lines. Where I'm just like, you know what? That shit was so dumb.
It was hilarious.
But it was fire. It was fire.
Yeah, like I gotta see what else you gotta say. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's funny. But like it's funny that you say that because I feel like I want like that nice guy, right?
Do you though?
Right.
Are you attracted to that?
I think I am, but here's the thing. I feel like as women, like there's so many like broken women out there, right? Because like so many of them have daddy issues or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like I like the niceness, but I feel like, and I know this could be toxic, like I feel like I can get out of hand sometimes. So sometimes like a woman needs her man to be like, girl, like fucking relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
But that could be like.
It goes on both sides too.
Yeah, I was
like,
about to say. I feel like both sides need to be like.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like girls need to be like, okay, you're doing too much. Like, you need to chill. Like,
Yeah.
But like, don't do it in front of people either. Like, don't be disrespectful.
No.
I know relationships where they argue in front of people. I'm like, take that to a room. Like, nobody needs to know your business. Like,
no, I don't.
Yeah, feel like on a dude side too, where it's like if your girl's getting out of hand, like, you know what I mean, you got to put him in check and vice versa.
I feel like, I don't know, I definitely will do that.
But you guys need to know how to how to do it. Like you can't just be disrespectful about it.
Yeah,
like,
you can't be calling me no bitch or nothing like
right.
that. Like, you know when you see in movies and the woman's like running her mouth, and finally her man's like, you know what? Shut up. Like, can you listen to me for a second? And like in the movie, she's just like, ooh, daddy. You know what I mean?
Oh my, damn,
like, I will
man.
shut up.
I gotta yell at you. I gotta put you in your place for you to feel like that. Like,
I feel like sometimes
some women like that. I understand that. But for men who, I'm speaking for myself. You know what I mean? Like if I feel, so I'm not really sure what kind of example we're using where like a girl's wilding out in public or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, it doesn't even have to be in public. Even like at home, and she's like running her mouth and nagging you and like talking about the same thing, and like she's just going and going and going.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
So for me personally, like how I do that, like I'll just listen. That's what women want, right? They want someone to listen.
That's what everyone
But you know what?
That's what
when you listen and you don't put them in their place, or you don't yell at them, they're like, oh, you're boring. You're weak. You do this. You do that.
No, I'm the type of person, like, when I'm sitting down and I'm talking to you about something, you're listening to me. If you're not giving me feedback about something, you're not telling me, oh, you're wrong about this. Like, maybe you should think of it this way. Like, you have to give me another. You can't just be like, oh, you're wrong. You got to give me, like, oh, you're wrong because, like, or I look at it, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I feel like, I don't know. And
I agree.
If a woman is, like, going off and I'm like, okay, and I try to, like, put my 2 cents and she's just not having it, like, no, it's this way. I'm like, all right, so, yo, check this out. And, like, that's when I start, like, amping up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's like this. You're telling me this, and I'm telling you this. You know what I mean?
But see, then I would look at it a different way. And if she was going off and wasn't taking my feedback, I'd be like, you know what? Obviously, she's upset about this. Let her express herself, and then come at it when it comes out. Like, that's just my mindset.
Listen, see, that I found an issue in that part.
Really?
Me, I'm like, but I'm also not the type to go out yelling and everything. Like, I'm really, like, I really
You're
don't.
not ghetto?
Like, right. Well, I can't say that.
Nah, you could be ghetto.
Right. I can't say that.
I got a little bit in us.
But I'm just, if I'm telling you something, I always like to take, like, feedback from everything, because I know, like, I'm not always right. Like, one mindset isn't always right. Maybe you need 2 minds to think of something. But if I'm going in and you see that I'm, like, really thinking about this, and if you walk away from me, it's like, what?
But, like, if I'm trying to talk to a guy and he, like, shuts down, that shit enrages me.
Yes.
Because I'm like, bro, I'm trying to talk to you, and, like, you're not even open to talking. Like, that shit pisses me the fuck off. Now I'm going ghetto, and I'm just like, oh, you don't want to listen to the like the balanced Eva? Now we're going straight ghetto.
Now we going
now
throw
you
hands.
gonna hear me? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no.
I'm gonna follow you.
I'm gonna throw some more knowledge at you guys.
I love knowledge. Thank you.
Y'all should know he studied
Facts.
psychology.
He did study psychology.
Oh,
I
really?
I have a degree in psychology. I went to 4 years, and I plan on getting my master's soon.
Okay.
Yep. There we go.
So you read people.
Oh my gosh.
I try not to. It's exhausting.
I'd be really scared of that.
Thank you for being honest.
It's very exhausting. Anyways, so if you think about it, like, when adults are having an argument and people get amped up sometimes, what would you compare that to? Any
Probably.
guesses?
I don't know, fighting.
Arguing, like.
Yeah.
No, but, like, what would you I would compare that to a child.
Like when they're
having a tantrum.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I compare that to a child having a tantrum. So in adults, that is your inner child trying to seek what it didn't when it was younger, when it was having a tantrum. So, like, so in many relationships, the partners don't know how to communicate with each other, and that's where all that amped upness comes from. And it's because they don't know how to communicate their needs or what they're seeking. You know what I mean? And that's when, like, 2 parties start to get out of hand. That's when people start to shut down. And it's because we all have a child in us. That little child in you is trying to be heard, but you don't know how to communicate how you want to be heard, and the other person doesn't know how to.
Wait, so is the tantrum the person that's not open to communication?
It's both.
Or
a tantrum can be complete shutdown. A tantrum can be like you're freaking out.
Right, because there's like times where like I could like in the past have like tried to talk to you like literally like this, and I'm just like whatever, and he's just like, I don't want to talk about it, and I'm like,
That can be
I'm
attention
like,
within itself.
and then like for me, like when that shit just stews in my mind, it just like sits there and sits there and sits there, and now I'm coming back like full throttle. Like I need to talk about this.
No, I feel like when you tell me like you were saying earlier, if you just shut down and walk away from me, but if you tell me like, oh, like we could talk about it later, or right now I'm just not in the mindset for this, I'll understand that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever, I'll back off right now. I'm still amped right now, but
That's healthy communication.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but that's communication.
Right.
Right,
Just
right.
like, yeah, no.
And a lot of people don't know how to communicate, or a lot of people know how to communicate in different ways. You see what I'm saying? So here's the thing: when we talk about relationships, right? And I can have my opinion on relationships all day, because I've taken some time to reflect on my own experiences. But when we talk about communication, a lot of people don't know the foundations of what communication is. You see what I'm saying? Like some people don't have the patience to sit there and listen to their wife nag, to allow her to feel like she's being paid attention to and listened to, and then after when she's done, it's like, all right, babe, can I put my input, or would you like my input? And then she says yes, and then you know what I mean. But the whole support system in that experience was allowing her just to express herself without having a button and tell her what she needs to do or how she needs to feel. It's, you know what I mean? Like a lot of us, including myself, I'm not perfect, is we don't know how to communicate with each other. You know what I mean? And it's, you could be a healthy communicator, right? And know I would do this and I would do that. But if you have another party who doesn't know how to communicate, you know what I mean? It's likely we're both gonna get amped up.
Yeah.
We don't want to be amped up. You know what I mean?
I don't know, it could be exciting.
It could be tough.
No, just joking. That's awful.
Communication is, it's not easy.
no, it escalates really quickly. So
Yeah.
And think about what we've been exposed to and how we communicate.
Right.
Think about the types of homes. So I'll give you a prime example. I remember being told a story from my mom about how, my dad and my mom used to argue all the time. You know what I mean? Get into fights. Like I grew up, my mom, cried a lot. She was a single mom. So you'd hear that. You're a little kid. You hear that. But you see how two people interact. That's how, remember we were talking about subconscious mind? That's how we're learning how to respond, to communicate with people.
It's terrifying.
You know what I mean? And that's scary. It is. Yeah. But how you were talking about earlier, how about unlearning some of those things and taking the initiative to relearn new habits and ways to create the new cycle? That's the whole part. But a lot of people don't have the courage or are comfortable enough to take that step.
It is not for
toward unlearning,
what do they say? The meek get hard or something like that. Unlearning shit is fucking hard. Like
yeah, it is.
You really gotta like look in and like
it's like already like in your brain.
It's so tough. The subconscious mind is like a recording device. So it literally records everything from like your major development years in your life, which are probably, what are the ages?
0 to 7 is first stage.
Yeah, those are like the major development years of a child's life.
Exactly.
So whatever happens in those years pretty much determines like a child's teen years and adulthood.
Yep. We
That's
talked about that
so
last time.
terrifying. I know, and ever since then I haven't been able to get that.
Yeah.
I
Because,
never
like,
even heard of that. That's crazy.
It's wild,
right?
right?
So like that like terrifies me because like I don't know where that's gonna impact them or what, but like part of the biggest reason why I left my last relationship was because there was like a lot of domestic violence. There was just a ton of arguing, and I had little daughters, and I'm just like, this is not what I want them to be. Like, this is not the perspective of love in a marriage. Like, I need to get out of here. And like now hearing that, I'm just like, they're fucked. Like I'm so scared that like they saw that.
It's got time to relearn stuff.
Right.
Super young.
Well, think about me and my brother. We were born. This is what I like to say. We were born statistics. We were born. My mom had me at 16.
Oh, wow.
So this, the statistic around
Look at how great you guys turned out.
kids who are who come
job
from
on
parents
her.
at
Yes,
such a young age
Very good job.
are likely to repeat that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had no dad growing up. Met my dad for the first time at 18.
16.
Tyree was 16.
Wow.
So we were raised by a woman. You know what I mean? My dad was in and out of jail his whole life. So again, that was all put on us as young people of color growing up. I remember someone telling my mom that I was going to be just like my dad. You know what I mean? Because when I was 5, when I was young, I used to have temper tantrum. I used to freak out. I used to hit people. You know what I mean? But remember, when I was 2,
Right.
I was seeing that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you handle your emotions or how to communicate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So when we talk about relearning, that's a lot of, in my adult life, I spend time relearning
It's so
and
tough.
doing that. And it is tough. It is.
No,
And I think it's a lifestyle. It really is.
I got a little curveball. Sorry.
Okay, hit it.
Just because you guys are like such nice guys, I'm like the opposite of like our regular guest. So
Yeah, let me disagree with you on something. Go ahead.
I don't think you're going to. Okay.
We're so like-minded.
You guys are like, anyways. So in the last podcast, we talked about turning a hoe into a housewife, and like how it's hard to see like women like basically being like promiscuous and then still viewing them as like good women. So like I know like the regular guy is not gonna like want to wife that, but I'm curious as to like how a nice guy might see like
A nice guy.
a quote unquote hoe.
To be completely honest, I would not want to. If I knew a girl was like,
Hoe.
yeah, her count was up there, I wouldn't want to mess with her.
Delicious.
That's
Really?
just my personal preference though. Like I know dudes who would like be able to look past that. Like me and my boys had talked about, oh, would you be in a relationship with a porn star? I'm like hell no.
Oh, there's a
I'm
conversation.
like-
I know one.
I'm like absolutely not.
you?
Oh, really?
And
Yes,
then
I do.
And I've had friends who are like, oh yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Would
feel-
you would?
When it comes to guys like players and stuff like that, I'm very
I
picky
feel like
women.
all guys are low key porn stars.
Well, yeah, that's
They're always
different
fucking.
though.
men?
I feel like you guys are always fucking. Like,
I'm not gonna
always.
lie. Men are very, especially in this generation,
Physical.
we are very sexualized. We are.
Yeah.
I'll speak for myself. I can't speak for other people.
I feel like women are too though in some way.
Yeah,
Like
there's a lot of
nowadays-
TikTok videos. Everyone's twerking and bouncing.
Right, like women are really right.
Ridiculous.
Women are very out there now, and it's just like wow.
Right, so that's why I'm asking, because I feel like women are finally putting themselves out there, but like it's not a good look. You know what I mean? Like, so now you can either like be empowered as a woman and use your body for like to profit or get further, and like it's cool because that's your body, do what you want. But then I feel like you kind of sacrifice like being looked at as a good partner.
Personally, I mean, I don't like the twerking on the videos and stuff
I
like that,
personally don't
but
get it.
I don't think it's bad for a woman to take a bikini picture or something. I don't think that's bad. I mean, to me, like, you're just in the beach with your friends, you're taking a
Yeah,
picture,
no,
like,
for sure.
I'm cool with that.
like but like some women take it to a certain extent where they're basically naked taking a picture, and I'm just like, I mean, if you feel comfortable doing that, that's on you, but like
Okay, but like
my man
you
don't,
just said you were
like,
comfortable with it, right? So like, let's say this girl's putting up these like bikini.
Wait, you're talking about
pictures.
his significant
If it was my girl,
Just
or
like
just a girl in general.
just your thought, yeah, just a girl in general, and like she's not a hoe, but you don't know that because her Instagram is full of like twerking videos and all that bouncing, and like she's like half naked, but like she's a wholesome woman somewhere in there. Are you taking her seriously?
I mean, if she's putting up her front, like that's just how she's looking on social media.
How do you decide that though?
Well,
hang out, take out to dinner.
you also have to
and,
understand too,
you know what
though.
I mean? Reality
nowadays,
versus illusion.
No, nowadays women use Instagram and all that as a job nowadays.
As a
like,
business,
right.
yeah.
Right, like so
Right.
that's not really them. That's them putting that out there to get basically likes, clout, all of
Attention,
that.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not really, because I know women that are all over social media that
Yeah.
are ass, tits, everything. Like, girl, show your body, but they're really not like that in behind the scenes. Like,
So I think, especially in our generation, we've learned how to, and this is why I love my generation, because a lot of people like to talk shit about millennials, but we are so innovative.
Yeah, agreed.
Whereas
Agreed.
to support what you were just saying, women, even men, will put themselves out there, to build attraction,
Thirst traps.
right? Thirst traps. And then when you meet them in person, they're genuine. They're real.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they understand that on that platform they can build something.
It's like fishing.
Oh my god.
Like fishing, But I think it's innovative. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife? I mean,
That's what I wanna
at the end of the day, I learned the hard way. Like, you can't change anyone. You know what I mean? But like,
Right.
So
you got
don't think people change once a cheater?
People
I
change.
think
They change
I
when
think-
they want to
no,
change.
I think people will.
change. Go ahead. I know you're saying.
Yeah, people
People change, but you can't change people.
exactly.
Oh.
You
And
can't change
I
people
feel
because-
like they change when they want to change. Like if you don't want to change, you're not going to change.
Right.
So that whole quote, like, a man will change for the right woman.
No.
Is-
That's
So
not true.
in the Laws of Human Nature, it talks about
By the way.
Yeah, great book. Laws of Human Nature talks about
Need to read it.
how there are
Very
red
long
flags right away in the beginning, but it's a lack of people's awareness where we pay attention to words
No,
and not body language and
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, let's say you were always a cheater. You've been a cheater
Yeah.
your whole fucking
Yeah.
life. And then you met Hennessy.
the right woman. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, you're not showing any of those. Like, all of a sudden, you're, like, you don't want to cheat.
like the right woman would change the man.
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying
or,
to say?
like, if that's a
I believe
thing,
that. I
but,
believe that.
like, once a cheater, always a cheater. Is
I
that
believe
true?
that.
Like,
I don't believe that.
I've
I
seen-
don't believe
I
that
disagree,
either.
Terry.
I've seen and had like boys who I've just slept around their entire life. One of my
Like
boys back from college. Yeah, he would just sleep around, do whatever he wants. And then
even when he was in a relationship?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, that
And then
sucks.
he met this one girl, and now we're capping on and we're joking. We're like, oh, like you're strapped up now. Like we never thought you'd be that type of dude. Like whatever. And like you could see like the girl he's with, really changed him for the better.
And you've seen him, like, put to, like, the heat? Like, you've seen him be, like, tempted or, like, women around him and he's
Yes,
legit,
I just
like,
I know like the type
But-
of dude he is, and then
wow.
once he was with this girl, it was like a completely different guy.
It also has to do with friendships because I know
You have-
guys that they don't want to cheat on their girls and they have girls in their home and then their guy friends are all single and they're out with their guy friends and they're all fucking
Man,
bitches
that's
and it's like,
bullshit. I don't.
Wait,
oh, I got a girl at home, but it's like, oh, dude, just
The
come
peer
on, she ain't gonna
pressure
know.
of,
Right.
like, your
No,
guys
dudes do
wanting-
that. Dudes do that.
Yeah, but, like, are you really falling for that?
You know what?
Me
Like,
personally,
I feel
no.
like if you loved
That's
me
so
enough, you would
stupid.
that wouldn't work on you. You would
Exactly.
be like, babe, I'm going home. But then again, it's like, I don't know, because peer pressure to some people that's a weakness. I don't know. People get peer pressure easily, and me, I'm not the type to get peer pressured easily.
Yeah, I don't.
But there's some people that are out there like just to not look weak to their friends.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, fuck this bitch.
I feel like people are so brave nowadays. Like, I don't know, maybe I have low-key trust issues. But, like, I feel like women nowadays, like, I could have a man, and if you're out for alone, like, a woman could, like, come right up to you and, like, grab your dick and start, like, kissing on you. Because I feel like that's how, like,
women do that.
I don't know.
Wow. Who?
I mean,
like,
when I'm in a relationship, I'll do that to my man.
no,
but
I
not
don't
in
know.
general,
I've seen
not
that
in public.
before. Like, and I've seen women do that, and I'm just like, right. So that's what I'm saying. So, like, you as a man, like, how are you putting a stop to that? Like, how are you, like, especially because you're so, like, sexually charged. You're
Also,
gonna
like
be-
if I'm in a relationship and a girl tries to come
yeah,
on to me,
you're
I
gonna
feel-
play off. And be like,
Oh,
yeah, I get it,
wait, I can
girl,"
share a perfect-
And then, like,
Sorry.
I don't have a story. You can share your story, but
Yeah.
I've been extremely tempted. But I'm like, I would try to remind myself.
I love my girl. I love my
This
girl.
is just.
I love my girl.
Oh my god.
I try to remind myself. This is just a moment.
Oh.
Why would I sacrifice this one moment for what I'm getting?
Right.
I'm getting constantly from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know that love.
That's the mature mindset.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard though.
No,
It's
100%.
hard. It's not like we could just say that and be like, I'm out of here.
Right.
But,
So when I was 16, I had a single friend. We single friend invited two girls over. Okay, we were in the car in the driveway because we're 16. We can't be having girls in the house.
Bob, go whoop that
So
ass.
we took his mom's keys and we were just chilling in the car. Now we're all drinking. I'm in a relationship. Now hear me out.
Holy shit! At 16.
Yes. A relationship I thought it was very serious.
At 16. No, we all been in those.
I'm not
We've
gonna
all
lie.
been there.
I was
We've
trying
all
to
been
get married at 16. Like that was the type of, but that was because I was trying to find something that I
Yeah.
lacked in myself. Anyways, so I was in a relationship. So two girls weren't invited. I'm sorry. So there was a girl that lived across the street. Friend invited girl over, brought her friend, so her friend was there. So I'm kind of like the wingman, whatever. And then clothes start coming off.
Oh.
Now, when we talk about, I know, right? 16. What the
Hey, man,
fuck?
do your thing.
So,
Go ahead.
so when we talk about temptation, I'm in the front seat, other girl in the passenger seat, and she's naked, and she.
Just like that?
So
Wait, you
well,
had a girlfriend?
I had a girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait.
Like,
So
You cheated.
So listen.
How would you say you didn't?
So listen.
Yeah,
She grabbed my face and pulled me in to kiss me. And in that moment, naturally, I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. Right? Because I had a girlfriend. So I didn't cheat on her.
Dude, the suspense is killing me.
But I didn't cheat on her. But here's the thing. When we talk about temptation, it's when we talked about being able to have that mindset, like, I got something good at home. You know what I mean? Well, not in this case because I was in high school. I didn't have nothing at home. But you know what I mean? Like, yo, I got a girl. I got a girl to text and call. And, you know what I mean? Like, right, back at school and shit. So that's what I'm saying. When we talk about temptation, it's like, I think it's all based on your character. Because if people will cheat, people are just gonna cheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I disagree with Tyree about the whole, like, you know, can a woman change a man?
What if you're lit? What if you're lit though?
I was lit.
I feel like lit is not an excuse.
You didn't do it?
I didn't kiss her. I didn't touch her. You know what I mean? But I will take response.
16 when your hormones are like raging.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been doing it at 16.
So
now, yeah, but not at 16.
But here's the thing.
That's nice.
It was that experience that I was like, yo, I know I won't cheat on a girl.
Wow.
You never cheated on a girl.
I never cheated on a girl.
Wow, you're
Now-
the first guy I know.
Anyways, right? People, right?
Alright.
All right.
I've never cheated on a girl.
You
Never
literally
cheated?
no.
Never.
We were raised by the same mom.
If it was a relationship,
Hey.
but if it was like an entanglement.
No. Shout out to
Entanglement.
wait. No, shout out to your mom real quick, cause
Yo,
shit, she
For
did a
real,
good ass job.
What's the recipe? Because
Right.
I'll
Wait,
respect
I
let's
got a
not-
son I need to
wait,
raise.
Let's not say what's the recipe. Where can I find that at? And then finally get it and be
All
like,
respects to mom.
nah, this
like,
ain't.
What's the recipe like as a mom raising kids? Like I only have daughters, but like I have more women need
Bro,
to raise
you
their
look,
sons
Our-
right.
my mom had my
Mhm.
brother at
You didn't raise your son
16
right.
years old.
Right.
Me and my mom grew up together.
You should have swallowed.
Right. That's
We grew up together.
My mom had me when
Wow.
she was 19.
like
Had me at 16. Had him at 19. She's
Worked 2 jobs.
no. Listen,
Took
I
the
get
bus.
that.
It's
I get
crazy.
that.
Worked when I was in her stomach.
No, I
Yeah.
get that.
That's
That's
a
like
very-
me with my kids. I feel like my oldest daughter. She's like, I'm not gonna call her my best friend because like I have to be a parent.
right.
But like the relationship that we have is like, it's like if I wasn't her parent, like that's my bitch. Like I love her. Like there's not like she's like everything I wish that I was when she was 16. Like she's like her boundaries over there. She's like so like forward thinking. Like she's like great. And I realized that like I did so much experimental like parenting through her that like I felt like that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like raising myself, like trying to like wake up in life and also like raising her. So I feel like everything I learned, like she was learning like secondhand through me at the same time.
Right.
So I feel like that for me is like
Right.
I can't.
That's how I feel about my kid right now. Like,
Yeah.
even with my mom, single mom with 5 kids, like, I saw shit that, like, my mom went through shit. So it's like, and honestly, I don't even think her kids came out bad. I think we came out pretty
No,
good.
yeah.
I mean, like,
I think you guys are good kids.
I can't say all 5 of us, but
Not a lot of people can handle shit like that.
No.
So that's why like whenever like we talk about stuff like that, I always give my mom like highest respects.
Yeah.
And it's,
no.
I mean, maybe I don't like. I don't get me wrong. Like I respect my mom to the fullest, but you know maybe there are some things I
Yeah,
do and
yeah.
respond to my mother like that I'm not okay with.
Right.
And then, but then I'm like, I still love her no matter what.
No,
you know?
same. Like I
Right,
feel
right.
like there's things that like now being a parent, like there's a ton of things I disagree with with my mom, like the way she raised us, but like
Right.
she raised us. She did the best she could. Like I give her props for that. Like
There's
I'm
nothing
alive
wrong
and well. We all
Right.
are. Like you know, big props for that because I've seen women like with less kids do like
Yeah.
I
Now-
feel
now
like-
you
yeah,
understand it.
yeah.
I
for
feel like
sure.
me being a mom made my relationship with my mom
Yeah.
more, like, attached. We're more attached to each other, because now,
Oh
like,
no, I'm still low key dickhead. Like,
no, with me, with
I'm
my
low key
mom,
asshole. Yeah.
I feel like my mom listens. Like when it comes to advice, I feel like she listens to parenting advice for me now, because she knows it's
Oh,
like, okay,
interesting.
my daughter's actually going through this, and it's like
Yeah.
I should probably listen to her, because I can't sit here and say no more. Like, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't have a kid.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. When you have your own kids, because she used to always tell me that when you
Yeah.
have your own kids, then tell them what to do.
Surprise.
Right. I have my own kid now, and I know what the struggle is because I went through it. And
Yeah.
it's just like she listens to me now, and now we talk to each other, and it's just like, even now that she's raised with my little brothers and
Right.
sisters, I'll sit there and be like, you know, Ma, like, I recently just came out of being a teenager, so I know what it is more in this generation, because they think, oh, it's the same. Like, it's really not. Like, and with my brothers and sisters, like, I try to tell her things like, listen, like, even with technology, everything, like, and, like, right now we have a group chat with my family, and we all always texting each other, like, right, and I feel like, to me, I started that shit, because we had to, like, you know, we have to, family to me is everything, and that just has to be, like, the first priority before everything. And I feel like me being a parent, I learned that, and now my mom is learning that through me now. I feel like you learn through your parents, and then they learn through you when you become a parent.
I agree and disagree, because I feel like family is everything, but family can be low-key toxic at the same time.
When I say family, I mean brothers and sisters and my mom. I'm not talking about aunts and uncles. Like, I love them too, but, like, my close family. Like, I feel like my brothers and sisters and my mother are the most important things to me, and my son, obviously. But, like, when it comes to, like, me and my son, I feel like he's my son, but, like, when I say other family, like, they're, like, my main. Like, I make sure they're right.
I'm still low-key baffled that y'all never cheated, like, once. Like,
never.
No, that's crazy.
Like, especially with a whole naked lady next to you. Like,
well, I was gonna say I take responsibility for putting myself in that situation, because being in a relationship, I should have never been in that relationship.
But still, you said no. That's like huge.
I did, and you know, I used that moment to be like, wow, like I have that willpower, you know. But I think what motivated me not to cheat more was more about being different from other guys, because it was very common for guys to cheat. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be like
most guys see a pretty girl and can't even keep their eyes to themselves. Not like breaking
their
neck and like.
We can look at girls.
I don't care about.
Listen,
like,
I check
looking,
out other men.
Right.
Like, babe, look.
You know
cute.
what? I check out more girls than I check out guys, but I don't care about a guy checking out a girl. What pisses me off though is like when he's like disrespectful. Like if she's coming at you, yeah, for sure. Like I see a pretty girl in front of you too. But when you're like turning around because you need a double look, like that shit pisses me off.
No, that.
Yeah, that could be disrespectful.
No, that shit.
To me,
just like you should have got a good look when she was in front of you, nigga.
I don't really get mad at the looks, because
I take double takes sometimes.
looks aren't everything to me. I feel like looks are just looks. Like,
in a relationship.
Well, what's wrong with looking? I mean, if you're doing it in front of your woman intentionally, then yes, that can be disrespectful.
I try to play it off.
But if, you know,
I'm okay with that.
You know what I mean?
I'm okay with that.
We still notice that.
I gotta tie my shoes and I'm like,
yeah, you gotta cough.
Listen, you know what? Just tell me she got a fat booty because I want to see too.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like with that, like, there's a lot of relationships that they don't like doing that. Like, why are you checking him out? Why are you checking her out?
No.
Like, I was in a relationship where, like, right.
You know what though? You guys say that though. Because listen, I'm all about checking out. Like I told you, she got a fat booty. Let me know because I'm all about like.
Oh wait, do you really mean that?
No, I do. Like I stare more. I don't even find.
So what if I'm like, oh shit, like
look at that big, damn, that shit bouncing.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that shit. You know?
Sometimes I'll be like, yo, did you see that girl's ass? Like I'll be the first one to say that. Like.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, what?
I didn't see what you talking about.
I didn't see nothing.
I didn't see what you're talking about.
No.
That's hilarious.
I didn't see anything.
No, I wholeheartedly mean that. Like I'm telling you, I find women attractive. I don't ever want to be with one, but like women are beautiful. But with that being said, I hate that like guys are like so like, oh, like I did a double take. But like if I was your girl and I was like, yo, did you see that nigga's dick print? Like that guy looked like he had a huge dick.
That would bother me.
Right? But like here we are like checking out women's asses and like camel toes, and that's cool. But like,
nah, I wouldn't go as far as like camel toes.
I was gonna say camel toes to me are like.
Nah, I check out that.
I agree. I think
I'll
that's
like check out her
that
ass
far,
and like point out her ass, but I mean like, I wouldn't go crazy.
Okay, so if your
like
girl was checking out a guy, what would be acceptable for her to like say?
Like, oh, like he looks cute, like fit, you know, shit like that.
I feel like that's not the same. Because it's one thing to be like, oh, she was pretty.
Yeah, what if I'm like, oh, that girl's beautiful. She has a nice body.
Okay, but so it would be weird if I was just like, yo, his dick print was crazy.
Well, because we're like,
I don't want to
look
hear
at
that.
I mean, okay.
Like, if I got a girl, I'm like,
just
oh,
like guys be
look
staring
at her
at
nipples.
No, just like guys be staring at the booty. We be staring when y'all wear sweatpants and like basketball shirts and shit. We look there because it's just there.
Oh,
like
it's hard not to sometimes.
Right.
Like I try not to, but I'm like,
it's there.
It's natural.
It's
I mean,
curiosity.
as long as you're not being disrespectful, you know what I mean. Like if you're with your significant other and you looked, then and you didn't make it obvious, then like I think that's okay.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't know girls did that, so
yeah,
my significant other could get away with it.
Yeah.
didn't even know what she was doing.
Like, oh, he's looking at her knees.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, right.
I just wear like some, medium
Like,
size sweats.
like, babe, did you see his ashy knees? Is that what you were looking at? I'm like, nah.
Interesting. So you guys don't care when your girls are checking out other men?
I don't.
I
know.
used to be-
You couldn't tell. You know, it's not like girls are looking at guys' asses.
I used to be very insecure about that, but I worked on that in my last relationship because the girl I was with would be like, oh, like that guy's like so like that guy's super cute. Like look how fit he is, look his muscles. I'm like,
Oh, that's so weird.
you know what I mean?
Like, for me as a woman, I feel like that's so weird.
I was with her for 4 years, so I had a really hard time with her doing that. And then like, I was like, why does that bother me?
Yeah.
And so I started asking questions about myself, and I was like, that's more of a me problem than it is a her problem. But you know, it's one or the other. I had so much trust in the girl I was with.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be very insecure. Like, if a girl went out with her friends to a party, you know, shit like that. Like, okay, like what is she doing?
What are you doing? Right.
You know, but with the last girl I was with, which I'm grateful I'm able to do now, is I didn't have to worry about that.
Right.
Like I was able to build that trust.
Yeah, that's
you know
nice.
what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is the big myth. Does size matter?
I think so.
What do you think? I'm interested in what guys think. You guys think the size matters?
I think
period?
so.
Okay.
I think so.
Hold on.
I mean, I also think other factors play too. You know.
I think so. But I mean, like, I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hennessy?
It does and it doesn't to me. Like, okay, like sex isn't everything in a relationship, but
It's
if
important.
you whack,
But could you be
like,
with somebody that? I mean, I guess people can learn. Could you be with somebody that like gave you?
Are you willing to
sex?
teach?
Yes.
Right? No, I'm willing to fucking teach if you want. We can watch porn together, whatever you want to fucking do. But I'm not doing this for like the whack ass sex for how long we're ever gonna be together. Nah,
I think
like
I'm too awkward for that.
Well,
I might just go with it.
To me, in the beginning,
to myself.
I feel it gets
Yeah,
it gets to
great.
come like how comfortable you get with the person. Like
Yeah.
at first, I probably won't mention that to you, but then after a while, I'll be like, if I really like you, but I really don't like the way we're fucking, I'll tell you like, okay, I like you, but we need to amp it up on the sex. Like,
Is that a deal breaker? Bad sex.
For me, sex is not everything.
I feel like
at
everyone's
all. I
teachable.
could go like years without sex if I had to. Like, there's so many like toys. I feel like for women that like men are almost obsolete. For me,
No, that's
I could
true.
agree
That
to
is
a
true.
point.
I feel bad because guys like you guys could use some better toys, but like the toys women have
That's
are
true.
like
I agree.
amazing.
right?
But I don't think. I don't know if size matters because I've been like with a guy that has like his dick was way too big that it was just like, yeah, you got a big dick, but like
It hurts.
It's like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now like the fun things I want to do are like less fun and like painful, but not like a good painful because like pain is cool sometimes, but like not that cool.
Right.
But then like
Not
I've
good
been but I've been with guys that have like little dicks and don't know what they're doing. And I've been with a guy that's like it's like smaller, but like the girth was right and he just definitely knew what he was doing. And he didn't have a big dick, but like sex was fucking great. It was like
That's interesting.
yeah, like it was like I don't know, I think it was like his confidence about it. It was like it was not like it wasn't like in one place. It was like from one room to the other. It like was for a long time. It was like there was just like a lot of involvement. It was exciting,
Right.
and it wasn't like the biggest dick I've ever had.
It was exciting. Okay.
Yeah, but it was like
Made it
great sex.
exciting. Got creative.
Yeah.
Did different things. Okay, I can understand.
Yeah,
I definitely feel like that matters. Like the atmosphere and
yeah. Foreplay is everything.
foreplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't give that enough credit.
I always give that shit credit.
Yeah, but foreplay is not just like giving head and eating pussy. Like it's so much more than that. For me, I feel like foreplay can be like kind of sensual.
Like teasing a little bit.
Yeah.
Like like.
I usually not to talk about like that like intimate stuff, but like when I start off, I usually like making out. Like
yeah, but I feel like that's part of foreplay. Like it's
Right.
exciting. It's intimate. I don't go around kissing people.
Right.
So,
No, I
like,
don't.
Yeah.
You get a kiss. You get a kiss. You get a kiss.
We all get
Everyone
kisses.
gets kisses.
So like there are different types of foreplay. Like there can be like aggressive and then there can be like slow down.
Ooh, now we're getting into some.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Because like what if like what if you guys are just like in the mood, like hyped up, and you're just going at it aggressive? You know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
that too fast or?
No, I don't think so. I just like the excitement of foreplay, whether it's slow, like it could be like built out throughout the day. Like,
Right.
babe, you're so sexy, I can't wait to see you when I get home. Like, just little things like that.
Yeah.
And it could be like in the moment you just like grabbing me and like foreplay is just foreplay, but like who just like likes to have sex and like it's just like, oh, your dick's there.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
Hi.
Like,
5 minutes later it's over.
Right.
No, like that's not as fun. Foreplay is like everything.
I've had
Right.
experiences with girls who were just trying to get right to it. And like
Really?
when we were talking about earlier, how you were saying like, oh, do guys just turn down pussy? In that case, I would like that I didn't turn it down, but like that turns me off.
Yeah.
So it's like she didn't want to like give head or receive head, like she
Just
wanted
right
to go
straight to it.
fucking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like there are moments where it's like, okay, like we can do it. Like that's the atmosphere. But
Yeah.
other times it's like, all right.
Was it like in a relationship? Cause I feel
No,
like
it was just like messing around.
oh yeah, no, that's weird.
Yeah.
I feel like in a relationship that happens sometimes, but like not with somebody I'm like hooking up with. I feel like I need more excitement. Than
I
just,
feel like if you're teasing me all day, just know that when we're fucking, we're about to just go in. Like that's it. Like, don't fucking tease me.
But then I
That's
feel
the
like that's
build-up.
foreplay.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
That's foreplay.
That's the build up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So then it wasn't just like
Like at that point, when
surprise.
we're yeah. At that point, when I see if you're teasing me and you're not home, just know when you get home, I'm not even gonna be wearing clothes. Like
Right.
let's
Oh my
go.
God.
All done. Ready to go.
So
In that case, I can read your mind.
yeah.
Exactly.
So I feel like so how about like on the guy's aspect? Like what kind of pussy you guys turning down? Like what kind of pussy is not good pussy?
Stinky.
What kind of pussy
Yeah,
is
I mean-
like
Just someone we're not physically attracted to. You know what I mean? Like I can think in my head like if this girl looked this way, like I'd be like, nah, I'm good. All right, cool.
so like
Physically, like I gotta be
Interesting.
physically attracted. You know, like I'm just not gonna have sex with anyone.
oh
Or,
you see
know.
so like I'm into like thinner tall guys. So like girls are into like super buff dudes. Like if I was with like a buff dude, like I would be so unattracted to that.
Oh,
Like
me
I'm
too.
not like
Mhm.
I don't like buff.
like
buff.
like all that muscular shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm like so that's interesting. I'm like
I-
ew. don't
You
worry.
know I have my type. You know my
Yes,
type.
you do.
I feel like for me, it would be like, in terms of like women, I feel like if they were like too skinny, or if they had like too much weight on them, I feel like that would
So
be like.
even if those girls that you're not like are not like your perfect like physical like they don't have the attributes you're looking
Yeah.
for. If they threw pussy at you, you're not taking it.
No.
No.
Really?
I feel like
Because you'd be in the middle of sex, and I mean, I'm being a little explicit here, but like, you know, like,
It wouldn't even get
I'm
to
not-
the
I'm not
point
gonna
where we're having the conversation of sleeping together if that was the case.
I'm not gonna stay hard. Like, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm not into this. Like, pussy's right in front of my face, but I don't want this.
Maybe if
You
I
know
was
what I mean?
lit, I'll be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
If I
Yeah.
was lit, I think I'd be more inclined to be like, okay.
I just don't be fucking around like that.
Well, but I feel like guys like just take pussy wherever it comes to.
You know,
Right.
those are
Some-
those are
some
those are
guys-
dirty. They're the dirty boys. Those are dirty boys.
Dirty boys.
You know, we know those guys. Dirty
Nah,
boys.
Don't get it twisted. There are definitely dudes like that. There are definitely dudes like that out there.
That's nasty. To
You know
me.
what I mean?
It is, but I feel like most guys are like that.
I know.
Like,
Some
That's
guys
why
would
I
be
don't
like,
fuck
pussy's
most
pussy.
guys.
Yeah.
Right,
Pussy.
exactly. Like I got to dip my dick in that. Like,
Yeah.
boy,
And they brag about it too. It's
It's
like,
gross.
ew.
Well, hey, I'm
Bragging
just
about
gonna
it.
make it known. I'm in the middle because I don't like too skinny girls. Obviously, I don't like obese girls. I love,
Oh yeah,
I
for sure.
love thick girls.
For sure.
slim thick or thick thick?
No,
Slim thick. Slim thick.
Interesting.
thick.
thick.
You know what I
He
mean?
said
Like,
Wait,
I'm talking about the thighs. I'm talking about the waist. I'm
What
talking about
even
the
is
ass.
slim thick?
Slim thick is like you can see the waist curve, but the legs, the booty ratio. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
No, no, no.
I thought slim thick was like a skinny bitch with like a big ass.
Oh no.
no,
Oh.
that's a skinny girl.
That's just
with a
skinny.
big ass.
Yeah, that's just a skinny girl. With a big ass. Yeah, that's exactly how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thick
Interesting.
girls, you know. And I think, you know, and as women, maybe you can share your perspective, but I think that's become more common
What, slim thick?
with men being attracted to women with, you know, like meat on her bones. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
a little
yeah.
thicker. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
not into the you know the 1950s like super skinny models, flat skin. I mean
see,
flat
so like
stomach.
that's why
like,
I'm still trying to figure out like what you guys are talking about because like yes, I feel like women are trying to have more meat on their bones, but it's just their ass and possibly their thighs.
All
Like
right,
when women are going out and getting like their bodies done, like they're getting
Right.
fat in their ass. And like they should be getting in
Skinny.
your thighs. If you didn't get in your thighs, go back and get in your thighs. 'Cause
Right,
that
right,
shit
Right,
is
'cause
cute.
right. You look
Yeah.
like 2 popsicle sticks.
But then there's still like skinny, and I feel like that's still what guys are seeing the little waist and the big ass, and they're like
So
into that.
There are like 3 stages. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, she got like a nice little booty, and then you see a girl like, oh, she's got a booty.
She got a whoa.
And then there's girls you're like, all right, that's way too big. That's like way too much. Like you can tell it's like, nah, I'm good.
Fake.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
for me, it's like if I like a girl with a little stomach. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Nothing that hangs over the belt or
Yeah.
anything like that. But you know what I mean, like
So like a
you know what I mean, like
pudgy popping.
what?
like the pudge popping out. You know.
Yeah, like the
You
sack.
like
Are you Are you talking about the what do you call that? There's a name for it.
Oh.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Fupa.
Yes.
The little
full
pouch.
upper pussy area.
Pouch?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Anyway, with a little stomach. You know what I mean, like.
Interesting.
Someone who's thick.
See, like
I like
for me,
that.
like if I had to put like a visualization to it, it would be like Ashanti. I feel like she's like thick. Like she's not like
She's fucking
super
gorgeous. I love her.
skinny in the waist. Like she's just like literally thick all around. Like I feel like she's thick in the
I
middle.
like.
thick in-
I'll give you an example. Rihanna or like Beyonce.
I feel like Rihanna's a skinny.
Right, I was
thing.
gonna say. I feel like Rihanna's
I wouldn't
skinny.
say they're-
Skinny thick? You think that?
I feel like
that's
she
what you
got
call
an.
skinny thick?
I think she's skinny thick. That's skinny
Right.
thick.
Me too.
I feel like
Rihanna?
that's skinny thick.
Yeah.
Rihanna and Beyonce.
And Beyonce?
Yep.
I feel like Beyonce got a bigger booty than Rihanna.
Maybe.
but-
Maybe that's what
Yeah.
I'm into.
I'm like, damn, I'm
I won't say
skinny
like any other
Beyonce's
Kardashians because that's all
definitely, like, a
fake. But
skinny.
like,
Yeah.
who else?
thick. Ooh, you know Drea Michael?
Yes.
Drea?
She's the one I got the
Oh,
fupa
wait.
from because they was in the Basketball Wives.
The light skinned bitch.
She wasn't
dark
like
hair?
she's not like thick what I'm talking about, but she's like skinny thick.
Yeah. I was
Yes.
gonna say
So what
she's
about
thick.
Cardi B? What is it? What
Well,
is
that's
she?
all fake too,
It is
and she
fake.
admits
That
it.
is, that's
though.
true.
Oh,
That's true.
okay.
You can't do
There's
fake.
But
there's
she's
a
like-
model out there. I forgot her
That's
name.
Tyra Banks.
She's still skinny.
She's
She's
skinny, but
That's
she
why-
got a nice body.
She's like
why
a little above the
automatically-
skinny thick. She's
Mhm.
still got a little thickness to her.
That's why I went
Now.
to Ashanti, because I'm telling you, Ashanti's like thick everywhere.
Oh,
like-
Graham, on Instagram. Her last name's Graham. She's a model. That's thick. And I'll
I
show
don't
you
know.
afterwards.
I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't have
She got
Instagram,
the
so
whoa.
I wouldn't know.
Right. Well, you don't have
Interesting.
Instagram?
No.
How old are you? Like 40?
22.
Oh, okay.
Like 40.
I'm joking. All right, 22.
All right. Anyways, I think that's all for today. So I think we'll wrap it up. I'm curious to see what Graham looks like because I want to know what
Me
he
too.
looks like.
Like, oh
Now,
my
whoa.
god.
She said,
Nah,
I need
she's
to see
thick.
that
She's
whoa
real thick.
from a guy's
Okay.
perspective.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Yeah.
Facts.
Definitely.
Ladies,
Bring
these
us
are nice
again.
guys when you get them. Don't
Yeah.
self-sabotage.
That's once in a
They're
lifetime.
we know that's gonna happen, so it's fine. Whatever.
It's not. You guys will meet the right
You'll
one.
find the good
They're
girl.
out
We
there.
will.
Until next time. See ya.
I thought we were gonna say don't panic.
Oh, we
Ooh.
should. Like and subscribe.
Remember,